Gridiron Central is sponsored by Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Riverside Automotive Group.
Welcome to Gridiron Central, the Week 7 edition of the Gridiron Central Scoreboard. I'm your host, Jim Allred. We had a bunch of interesting games this evening. The region playoff picture, well, it's still a little murky. Starting to clear up, but in some cases might have gotten just a bit murkier. We'll start out with a game in Region 7AA, Chattooga 36, Armuchee 10. This is a game you're going to see highlights from later in the show. I was actually there covering it. We'll give a little bit of analysis on this game, a lot closer than the score would indicate, crazily enough. Crazy game down in Polk County. Pickens County 54, Cedartown 35. Cedartown begins region play 0-2, a team that just a few weeks ago looked like it had everything going for it. Bulldogs are definitely in a state of disarray right now. Coosa 27, Dade County 16. The Eagles coming into this contest 0-5, 0-2 in Region 7AA. Guess what? That week off really helped the Eagles. They're now starting to fly high, look good, 1-2 in the region. Remember, they've already played Calhoun and Pepperell. They lost to both of them. Coosa could be a dark horse candidate to possibly snag that number 3 or number 4 spot in the Region 7, in the AA playoffs from Region 7AA. Darlington actually had to play a little bit tougher than most people thought they might, beating Christian Heritage 19-10, a very close game for the Tigers. Lafayette 19, Heritage 7, a battle between two teams that neither of them had won. The Ramblers pick up their first win of the year. Model 57, Murray County 7. Murray County continues to struggle. Model, on the other hand, is now 3-0 in Region 7AA. Mathematically, by all indications, if Model can win one more region game, they will make the playoffs. Now, granted, they haven't played Calhoun or Pepperell yet, the two best teams in Region 7AA, in my humble opinion. But, the Blue Devils also have Coosa on the schedule and Dade County. A win over either of those teams models into the playoffs. Ridgeland 42, Southeast Whitfield 7. Folks, the Panthers are awfully good this year. This is a team that could make a lot of noise in the Quad A playoffs if the brackets line up right for them. Haralson County 36, Rockmart 34 in overtime. The Yellow Jackets rallied to try to win this one, couldn't get it done. Tough night in Polk County as both of the local teams lose. This really hurts Rockmart's playoff chances. They're 1-2 in the region now. And still have a couple of tough teams to play in that, but obviously a tough loss tonight for the Yellow Jackets. On the flip side, Rome 57, North Paulding 56 in overtime. The Wolves win in dramatic fashion, a huge region victory for them. Had the Wolves lost this game, they might have been only able to get the number 4 seed in the region into the playoffs. It now looks like the number 3 seed is still up for grabs, possibly even the number 2 seed if things fall into their hands. Next week they play East Paulding, but a big overtime victory for the Wolves this week. Another overtime game. This one didn't turn out so well for local team. Mount Zion 14, Tryon 13. In overtime, again, the Bulldogs fall again. Tough loss for the Bulldogs. This will probably hurt their rankings in the single A Power A rankings for public schools, but hopefully the Bulldogs will be able to regroup later. One final game to talk about. Calhoun 45, Pepperell 13. The Yellow Jackets keep on keeping on. It's nobody in Region 7AA is going to touch Calhoun. We already know that. It's going to be a couple of rounds in the playoffs before anybody gives them a serious game. Pepperell falls to 2-1 in the region. Look for Pepperell to probably be the number 2 seed, or to definitely fight for that number 2 seed. Calhoun, barring crazy things, should be your Region 7AA champion for about the 10th or 11th year in a row. We're going to head to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to show you some highlights from that Armuchee Chattooga game. Stick around.
future at Georgia Northwestern Technical College. We offer degrees, diplomas, and certificates in over 200 programs of study. Choose a career in business, health, industrial, or public service. With the flexibility of day, evening, and online classes at any of our 5 campus locations, getting your education at GNTC has never been more convenient. There are many financial aid options available, including student loans. Apply now. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Your college, your town, your future.
Always like to thank our sponsors, Georgia Northwestern Technical College and Riverside Automotive Group, for helping sponsor our show now in its 6th season, the only Emmy-nominated high school football show from the state of Georgia over the past 5 years. Back to what we're talking about, and this is the action. I was actually myself out covering the Armuchee-Chattooga game as both of these teams were looking to win their second Region 7AA victory of the season out at Armuchee. Here are the highlights.
Number 1, Nigel Dickerson, touchdown today. Touchdown for Chattooga.
Well, you know, there was a lot of things that went our way tonight. You know, thank God we were blessed in a lot of ways. If our kids can overcome their head coach, we're going to be all right. I did a horrible job tonight at times with clock management, things of that nature. But the thing I'm most proud of, the thing we talk about the most is our kids continuing to fight, to not give up, to play hard, to not lose the faith and fight for each other. And that's the thing I'm most proud of. I mean, the X's and O's and all that, it's not real hard. You know, you block, you tackle, try to take care of the football, try not to create any dumb penalties, which I probably had as many penalties as the kids did tonight. But like I said, you know, as long as we keep fighting and battling, good things are going to happen for us.
Welcome back. You just saw the highlights as Chattooga handled Armuchee 36-10. It was a very interesting game in the fact that really for the first 3 quarters, Armuchee controlled the game. Chattooga scored in the 4th quarter. Armuchee then had 2 turnovers that both led to 14 points, which each led to touchdowns for Chattooga, and then Chattooga scored a late touchdown to really kind of put that game away. Of course, Chattooga now moves to 2-1 in Region 7AA play. Armuchee falls to 1-2, and kind of tough luck for Armuchee. Close loss to Model 2 weeks ago was their first region loss. A loss here in a game where they felt like they were in control of heading into the 4th quarter. Armuchee's not a bad little team. They're very young, and sometimes when those happen, the mistakes get you. Chattooga, on the other hand, you know, they took advantage of the opportunities they had. 2-1, and as talking after the game to the coach, it was obvious, and he says, look, we control our own destiny right now, and of course they do. If Chattooga wins out the rest of their region games, and obviously they're in the playoffs, of course, might be a little bit of a stretch there because Calhoun is in that road, Pepperell is in that road. You know, they do have some tough teams that they're going to have to play. So, but Chattooga, again, if they can get to 4 victories, that just about guarantees them a slot in the playoffs. Armuchee, falling to 1-2. They're still a tough road to hoe, but don't give up on the Indians just yet. I think they can pull out a win or two possibly in the latter half of the season, and they might be able to possibly sneak into the playoffs. Region 7 AA at the top is Calhoun. We know they're really good. Purple's number 2, but everybody else is kind of down here. Also, although we don't have them on the show right now, we have highlights at PrepCentralOnline.com of the Calhoun Purple game and of the Darlington Christian Heritage game. Also check PrepCentralOnline.com for articles and photos from all the Friday night action. On top of that, check back with us on Wednesday as my partner in crime, Matt Davis, who obviously is not here now. I don't know why I always motion there when I talk about him. And I will talk about everything on the Wednesday show. We'll give you some previews of the games. We'll start breaking down the region playoff possibilities, who needs to win to get in and what those chances are. For Kevin Myrick, Austin Wiggins, I'm Jim Allred saying we'll see you Wednesday for the preview show.